So Ching, you're getting ready to go to California, right?
Yeah, I'm leaving tomorrow.
All right, very nice,
Yeah,
very nice. So your
yeah,
movie screening is on the 27th, right? Of August.
yeah, yeah. The Yangon Diary. Sorry, I have some noisemaker in front of me. Um, the Yangon Diary is going to be shown first time in a huge theater. It's called Regal Cinema, LA Live.
That's good. Yeah. So Ching, what motivated you to make this film?
What motivated me? It's a long story, but if I want to do a short version, is I have met so many wonderful people who supported Andrew Yang during his 2020 presidential campaign, and I wanted to share the news. I want to share how these people dedication and the passion, because I've never seen such thing before in my whole life. I was never really politically that sensitive or did volunteer work. So you know, gradually I was pulled or influenced to become a Yangan. Yangans are people who call themselves Yangan, meaning they support Andrew Yang. And so I gradually pulled because I read Andrew Yang's book, my The War on Normal People. That was in June of 2019. And then I just go to shoot events after event during a whole year, about 11 months, and then yeah, and then piled tons of footages, and yeah. So my goal is to spread a word, to show people what grassroots campaign is about. And although Adrian did not win, but the scene, the experience, the just first-hand experience with Yangon during all these uh, cities I went to probably around 12 cities in the United States. Yeah, and so I think the story needs to be told. That's what.
That's great. That's wonderful. So it's more like a tribute to your canvassing and involvement in the campaign. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what message did you want to bring across with this film?
The message, the message is that people want to change. People are moved by Andrew Yan's principles, messages. Like one of his slogan is UBI, Universal Basic Income. So people actually today, my husband just told me uh, Pope Francis just endorsed the UBI.
Oh,
Yeah, he just sent me an email. I haven't even opened yet, just like 2 minutes before I see you. So
cool.
that's pretty amazing. So with UBI was not new. The idea was not new. It was right. It was um talked about even in late 1700, and then later by Republican president, then Nixon, and it actually passed twice in the House. And Martin Luther King earlier was endorsed before he was assassinated. He was endorsing. He didn't talk UBI. He called some other names, but it's the same idea. So I think that people, especially now, the COVID actually even um, sort of bring this issue even more closer to people's lives, right? Because a lot of people lost job, a lot of people could not work during the COVID lockdown. There's business has stopped, closed, shut down, and actually government has been giving people money. It's like UBI, right? So people actually enjoy this money without even thinking that is the UBI.
exactly. In fact, one of the issues they're making is that they're having a hard time finding workers because they're making more from the direct cash payments than they would from their jobs.
Yeah, yeah. So we have money. Okay, don't worry about. People always say where the money come from. We do have money,
Right.
and it is just how we distribute the money, and it's a philosophical yeah it's a philosophical issue actually, whether you believe UBI or not believe UBI. So yeah, what do I supposed to did you ask me what do I want to accomplish?
Yeah,
uh
what would be a
yeah,
central message you want to put across?
yeah.
But
So your message is volunteer, volunteer, and volunteer. If everyone volunteers, if everyone come out to vote, voting is your right, is our rights. But there's Indiana gets so little vote uh, in the first states during 2020 election, which is in Iowa. Second is in New Hampshire. Part of the reason is he's not known, right? Nobody really knows him. And then he's still new in this whole political scene of how to campaign and how to establish himself, right? Although he's done a great deal. But the other thing is people are now coming out to vote.
yeah,
So yeah.
they're not coming out to vote. Uh, People had a lot of questions about UBI too, I think, at the
Mm,
moment. Whereas
yeah.
now they're more open to such an idea, it seems, whether they admit it or not.
Mm, right.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Right.
how long and how much footage did you shoot?
How long? Uh,
Like,
well, I follow the movement on and off for 11 months and went to 12 different cities. Um, and when I look at every event, mostly like almost all the every event, I make a short video on my YouTube channel, Juhl Media. And so I probably have made, including interviews. I interview people after the campaign was over, interview people during the campaign. So lots of interview, lots of short videos, probably about 200 videos I made about Adrian. And when I go back to look at that, it's, I would say, approximately 200 hours of footage. And yeah, so at the very beginning, it was not easy to even to watch everything through. That takes a long time, and then I categorize them with different colors of what do you call index cards. And yeah, so the first draft was 6 hours, and then later on was like 3 hours, then 2 hour and a half, and then now it's 1 hour 21 minutes. So the process is it's a trimming down and trimming down and trimming down, and lots of I actually am going to this week, when I yeah, I'm going to share some of the cut, you know the footage did not make to the movie, because there's so many great footage. I just could not.
oh,
Yeah, yeah,
interesting, interesting.
yeah. So I'm going to do that maybe on Instagram or Twitter, you know, and but I have to organize them. I do this work maybe on airplane, because I'm flying tomorrow. It takes me 6 hours. So I'll organize the footage and into, like, just because so many small footage, right? When I
Right.
look at them, um sometimes a little shaky, sometimes doesn't have a beginning, doesn't have an end. So it is not easy to find an unedited footage to share, so but I do want to share some of the really great other interviews, because I interview like 40 Yangon in Iowa.
Yeah.
So yeah, those message, because in my film I can't include all the talking heads. It's just too long, you know it takes too long.
Yeah. But
Yeah. Oh, your light is good for now.
Yeah, my light goes in and out sometimes. One
So,
of the bulbs goes out, then it goes back on.
oh, you need to whack it.
The watts are too much for that outlet, so
Oh, but no,
yeah,
that now looks good. Yeah. So
yeah,
anyway, yeah.
yeah, good, good. Yeah, no, I ask, yeah, because I remember when you were shooting the footage, I would
Mm.
see you at events and you were always recording.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's kind of
yeah,
cool. Yeah.
yeah.
So,
And
how long did it take you to edit the film?
well, I don't really for sure. I know the number because when Andrew Yang suspended his campaign in 2020, that was February 11th. I still remember, and I actually said to myself on the way back. I think I even interviewed myself, just like a self talking. I said, now I'm going to make a longer version documentary, right? Um, Up to that point, I was not really planning to do a long version. I did not. I just want to shoot and make short, videos out. It's kind of news. So and then March, I remember COVID lockdown started and there's no Yangon gathering. We can go out. I can stay home, only stay home. And I remember it took me a while to decide to view all these footage. So that probably take a 2 or 3 month, just do nothing. But I actually am thinking about the project.
Oh,
Filmmaking, yeah, film editing, filmmaking, and film storytelling. Sometimes I think for me, I don't know about other filmmaker. Sometimes it's just in my head. I'm trying to organize my thoughts. Like, how am I going to tell this story? Because I already know these things pretty well, right? Because I already made so many short videos. So it's not like I have to go back to the very beginning to rethink again. So I kind of know, but then in the other hand, when you want to put a long story together, like for an hour and a half or 20 minutes, it it is not easy, right? When you make a 10 minutes or half hour even minute, and it's the story is easy to tell, I think, when it's a little shorter. When you want to tell a story more than 1 hour, you really don't want to bore your audience. You want to have a beginning, a middle, and end. So where is the middle? Everything to me is middle. The end he lost, right? The beginning is how I draw into this movement. So the middle part is really hard. So how do I? So to answer your question, I think seriously, I started to organize the thought on paper and later on computer. It's probably in like July, probably, and then so from July to December, that's like good 6 months,
mhm.
right? Yeah,
Yeah,
6 months. So
six,
it took me 6 months,
yeah,
and I set a actually deadline by January 4th. I
yeah.
want to show this to people, to Yangon. I kind of set that deadline. Sometimes we need a deadline, otherwise the process can go on forever because you never satisfy with your thing, your work, right? Especially you can tweak on this film. So I remember, yeah. So first time I sort of let go was January 4th in a private party. A lot of people came watch it. Yeah.
That's good. That's yeah. So it's a good process, I suppose. Yeah. So what camera and software did you use to make this film?
Well, I first of all I used iPhone, iPhone 11. That's my camera, and the reason that I use iPhone is because I am a one person band. I don't have a team working with me in terms of making film, making video. So I hold my iPhone everywhere I go. And also, iPhone or smartphone people use to shoot all the time. right? Take
Yeah.
pictures or video. So it's less intrusive. And part of the reason is also I got so many great footage is because I am part of the Yangon. I'm not just a journalist from outside and try to dig stories. So I am one of them, and I am trying to spread word of us. And so I'm not a real journalist. A real journalist should be in the middle and not showing their own emotions or their opinions and just documenting the news or stories. So I'm kind of a just like a self-made, self-funded a journal. I call myself a video journalist, and so software to edit. A lot of time when I do short films, short stories, I edit on my own phone with iMovie. Okay, but this sense is a I treat this much more I would say seriously, and also so much footage. I don't think I can pile everything on iMovie on my phone with so much stuff, and iMovie also has a limitation of writing text, many things like color or sound adjusting. So iMovie is much more quicker way of editing. um, I love it though. So I edited the whole thing on Final Cut Pro 10. Yeah, it's a software I have learned for a while, and I have not really switched to Premiere yet. My friend editor, also Wei Lu, who helped me in the last 30 hours of the in December, and he helped me clean up the sound, clean up the transitional things, and he likes also to use Final Cut Pro 10. Yeah, so I'm just sticking with it right now. Yeah.
Good. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so yeah, we know the film has won some awards in film festivals. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, I started to apply for film festivals in January of this year, 2021. And by the first prize we won is from Rome International Film Festival in Italy, I assume. And let me, I'm just getting a tissue. And
No
uh,
problem.
so we won best feature uh, documentary. And then in May of this year, we got two more Best Feature Documentary from Toronto Documentary and Short Film Festival. Um, they actually did something really wonderful to us. Is that they made a video for us. Video is consistent. The first 2 minutes is the trailer of the film, and then the rest is eight audience members talk about the film. Of course, during the knockdown, so they all talk about. They filmed themselves at home, and they edited the festival edit together. I think the festival uses a video production company called Windsor. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah. So they sent me that video. It's a really a great testimony of how they really watched our film. They talked about it in many details about how they enjoyed it, how did not know NGM before. Now they knew, and they almost like all eight of them, was complimenting the film. So it was really wonderful to know. And I'm gonna uh, give a link in this description. Okay, people can see that. Okay, it is already in my YouTube channel. It's called Feedback. Yeah, Feedback. Toronto Film Festival Feedback. That's the film. Yeah,
that's wonderful.
yeah. So I wanted to say that emphasize that using iPhone has advantage of using iPhone is mobility, right? And also you can shoot things you normally cannot. Because one scene we were in Nick and I, we went to canvassing in New Hampshire, and we were at the door. We're not supposed to shoot people, but I did anyway. And the guy came out, and I kind of basically, hide my phone on my hand, and you can't really see I'm filming it. So he said something really nice. He said, in my family, three of us, we all vote different people. Andrew Yang, but Andrew Yang is not one of them. But he was very nice. He was really nice, and he praised Andrew Yang, and it was a really interesting moment to talk to people who are having opposite of our mission and our thought, yet you accept how people reaction to the political scene, because everyone has its own voice, and it's supposed to be, you don't have to agree with everyone, but you allow people to express their thoughts, and in a very open and understanding manner. So that's in my film, and technically that guy can come back to me, say, do not use that, but I don't even know where he is, and I don't remember what address. I don't think I can get his address from campaign. So, but he seems like a really nice guy. Yeah, in the movie I took his face out. Yeah, in the movie I took his just his voice, and in my trailer you can see his face a little bit. You want to see the trailer?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so let's play the 2 minute. I have in my YouTube channel, I have a playlist called My Yangon Diary Scenes Trailer and intro. So I have two intros. One intro is called intro one, the other intro two. And intro is what is the beginning of the film to like 2 minutes and a half. That's a one intro. Another intro is the beginning of the film, then extend to like 3 minutes, just because starting end of the intro, I started to narrate about who am I, because a lot of people want to know who am I, why am I doing this, and they don't know, because the oh, I didn't say that. The film title is called My Yangon Diary. It did not take too long for me to decide the name, because it's very difficult to tell the story, because you really don't know the story going to from beginning to the end, right? Because in script, and I say My Yangon Diary, so I structure the whole film like a diary, so with the dates, with the location, and then keep moving on, and sometimes go a little bit backwards. It's okay, yeah, like reflection, and but overall has a timeline, has a location, so it's very clear, walk people from this point to the end. So yeah, so here is My Yangon Diary trailer. It's the 2 minute trailer. I also have a shorter trailer. Let's see. Okay.
A closing statement that was perfectly crafted, got to his main stuff, and told you why he's different and why that's good and why it goes to the question of electability. Andrew Yang.
I am that candidate. I can build a much broader coalition to beat Donald Trump. It is not left. It is not right. It is forward. And that is where I'll take the country in 2020.
Show me the money. Show me the money.
UBI is freedom.
American who wants $1,000 a month.
Are you a registered Democrat, though?
Yes.
Show me what democracy looks like.
Once I started reading them, I couldn't put the book down. And everything he said in there makes complete sense.
Sometimes this world is changing too fast. I can never find a moment that seems it's gonna last.
Universal basic income, $1,000 a month, is something that's going to ultimately be necessary before long.
I am trying to stay in Iowa for as long as Yang needs me.
It's a little scary, but I can't wait to be here. Every door I knock on, I think about getting Yang to third, second, or first.
We want Yang. Let him in. Yang.
That's Israel. He's keep walking to another house to knock on doors to spread the word of Andrew Yang.
Intense.
Yeah.
The woman is like, get off my fucking property. You have no right being on my fucking property. You Chinese people, go back to fucking China.
All three of us have different candidates we're looking to support.
Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, Andrew Yang's not one of them.
We want Yang.
Tomorrow is a big day. Primaries in New Hampshire. We're going to see if we can actually pick up some people, take them to the polls.
I am a little heartbroken. This is not the end.
If I had $1,000,
It's about time.
Oh, very nice, Ching.
Thank you. As yeah, it's fun. Yeah, so brought a lot of memories. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well
how
done.
about you? Like, do you want to talk about your involvement?
Oh yeah, my involvement. I got involved around late 2019, around October, around that time. I started going to Yang events and I learned more about Andrew Yang. Yeah, that's when we met also, you and I actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's been a good, interesting journey. You know, the whole Yang campaign, then Yang running for New York City mayor.
Yeah.
That was a whole other thing, yeah. But I do want to say one thing. You know, you said you don't consider yourself a real journalist because you're not in the middle. You're like, you know, on the side with the people. But in all fairness, Ching, I will say this. A lot of even mainstream journalists, they're not really in the middle either. So don't beat yourself up for that.
Thank you.
Yeah, they take
Thank you.
sides.
Yeah. So we have a contemplated nerd. Is it contemplative? Hi, nerd. Welcome to join us. Yeah. So yeah, I don't want to take up too much of your time. This is a short interview with Peter, and I will do more of these talk when I get to LA. Tomorrow I'm leaving for Los Angeles, and my hope is to, when I get to Los Angeles, I will go visit the theater. We're supposed to the film was going to show in Regal Cinema, LA. It's like a really kind of reputable, nice, big theater in West Town. I mean, I think in West 1000 Olympic Boulevard. Yeah.
Oh,
So
that's
like,
where the theater's located.
yeah. When I say that, like everybody from LA, they all know the theater, so it's a pretty nice. It's a big deal. I would go there tomorrow as soon as I get there in the afternoon. Like I arrive there at 2, and by the time I go to the hotel, it's probably 4. Then I'll walk to the theater to take a look. So the festival starts actually Thursday, and I will do some live streaming there. Sometimes just by myself, and sometimes I will have someone on their end. I ask if Russell wanna interview me. You know Russell Yangon.
Grassroots Yangon.
Grassroots. So I've been asking some people who are doing these kind of shows, and so yeah. I think it would be nice to have a conversation rather than me just talk about thing. But I think talk about things is okay because I have freedom of showing you the theater, showing you the festival, or even interview some other filmmakers, right?
Well, yeah. Regal Cinemas, I think they're a big theater company.
Yeah.
They have a lot of theaters worldwide.
Right.
We
right.
have them in New York also. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Regal is a big one.
There's one on Times Square across from the AMC.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah. So I'm pretty excited, and hopefully, and I know some youngin are coming to see. As far as the people who are confirmed, Deng Yang. Do you remember Deng Yang? Deng Yang lives in Los Angeles, a little bit.
She was in one of your shows when you flew out to LA.
Yeah, she hosted a lunch, elaborate lunch in her home
Right.
with her husband, and then Paget came.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
Remember? Did you
I
see
saw
pictures?
that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I saw that on your YouTube channel.
yeah, yeah. So she came, and she will come with her husband, and then Adam in the film, Adam Burton, the singer, he's coming, and maybe he'll take his partner, which also co-wrote the song. You know, that's two songs in this film is given by Adam. Those are very key songs. They're beautiful. They kind of like when the song comes on, I want to cry. You know, it's like that powerful.
Right.
And who else is coming? Possibly Vanessa Morbach will come. Vanessa Morbach is the person I interviewed. She's a veteran, so she said, and then some old schoolmate from conservatory, maybe Wang Zhong Wang may come. But I really hoping I'm hoping more youngin can come, because this is the only show where it's not like it's gonna stay in the theater for a week or two, you know, just the one time shot. It'll be nice to have a lot of youngin to come, right? So
Now, let me ask you, was your film screened in a theater before, or is this the first time in a live theater?
I think this is the first time live. My
Oh,
film was shown online, even in Los Angeles. It's called Women's Film Festival. Yeah,
right.
yeah. So, but this is the first time I go to a theater to attend a live festival with this film. You know,
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
I have been in different film festivals, sometimes as just a attendee without a film, and sometimes with my film, like in New York, socially relevant film festival. Two of my film was shown there, but they're all shorts. They're not long. You know.
Okay, different films, not this
Yeah,
film.
they're different film. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, check. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, and Peter has a YouTube channel too. What is your YouTube channel called?
Yeah, if you just go to YouTube and you look for big picture statistics and computer, it'll
I
be
think
that's the
yeah.
name of the channel, actually. Yeah.
I think it's probably in the description. I'll double check, because I included our bio in the description, and I'll double check if I have that information. Let's see, and I have Instagram, and please follow me. My Instagram name is Juhl Media, and also my Twitter is name is Ching Juhl. So sometimes Ching Juhl, sometimes Juhl Media. So yeah, and you tweet and you Instagram also, right, Peter?
Yeah, I have Twitter and Instagram. I don't tweet much, but
Mm,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
So do you have any suggestions how to reach Andrew Yan and his team?
How to reach?
Yeah, to have them be a little bit more supportive. I tweeted this morning after his message, because he said something. Andrew said a message, something like about some people was his supporter at the very beginning of the Forward party. So I went. You can check. I went and just basically advertised this event, and then like hoping him and his team can be a little bit more supportive, because I reached him a while ago, told him this event. I also reached to a couple of other YouTuber, and yeah, and people have a podcast. What do I want? I really have no monetary need. I just want people to help, like to shout out, hey, go see this movie. You know what I mean? Actually, even if the people cannot go physically, they actually could go online. They can see the film online.
Right,
at
because
same
this one
time.
will be screened online.
Yeah,
as
and the
it's
same time and the
pre-recorded.
next day, like all day, I think. I didn't really check the tickets, but I was told same time, which is Wednesday, October 27th, 7:45 LA time. That's the film. But if you can come, you can check, you can, I guess, buy the ticket online and watch it online, or then you can watch the next day, all day, or something like that.
Oh,
So
that's pretty cool.
yeah, yeah. So I asked you a question. I wasn't about. Do you have any idea, like, how do I reach Andrew Yan and his team?
I guess direct message him. I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't
I don't
see
think
any
he
other
reads
way.
his. Yeah, I don't think
Yeah,
he
there's
reads.
probably someone managing his social media account. So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
so I have no idea. Like,
Mhm.
I don't have his personal contact info, so I have
Yeah.
no idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep trying. I may
Yeah.
try Wendy, Reverend Wendy Hamilton. I'm gonna try think about all the people I have been doing things to without any voluntarily, right? Like I interviewed these people for income movement, and so like Wendy, Reverend Wendy Hamilton knows Andrea, so I'm
Okay.
gonna reach out, yeah, to these people to say, hey, can you just tell Andrew this news? What I want. I don't think it's realistic he can come to LA because that day he goes to Des Moines, he goes to Iowa to have book. Yeah, but
Yeah.
it'll be nice for him just to say, "Hey, go Ching, go my Yangon Diary movie." Like just shout it out for me. Right?
Right.
It'll
I
be
know what
nice,
you mean. Yeah.
right? It'll be nice. Or even his team do that. So yeah, I just want more people come to see with me. I just think this movement uh, is not dead. Is not okay. Although Andrew Yan suspended his campaign, but he did not. He never stopped working. Right? He was raised for New York City mayor. Right? That took another 6 months of racing time, and then after that, now in the meantime, he was writing the book and forward book, and now he's in book tour. You know,
Right. He's
so
on the book
so
tour.
he never stops. Yeah.
Well,
So yeah.
He's on his book tour, and Ching, you're on the movie tour.
Hello. Yeah, so we have a few people in the audience. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah, Vaughn. Let me see. I needed glasses. I can't see anything. So I know you have to go teach. So we should end very soon. And so I will, yeah, report with you. Um, and is it? Oh, okay. When I get there, and to tell you exciting things. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
definitely keep us posted
Yeah.
about the your experience in LA. Yeah.
Hmm.
Knowing you, you'll probably do some shooting while you're out there.
Yeah. So I will do live, right? Live, YouTube live. So I will show you what's going on, and then I will also video, because sometimes when you do live, the quality is not so good. Like afterwards, if you want to use it, it's MP4. MP4 file is smaller, so you can't really use like when Andrew Yang quit his suspended his campaign. I was live streaming at the time in the room. Is so many people using maybe the Wi-Fi or data or whatever you call, and the connection was so poor. So I think that it's safer to just video and then do a little editing and then send out. You see what I mean? Yeah. So life is not reliable unless you have like an extra thing for you to carry. Like people actually have extra. Like I think Matt Skidmore has an extra equipment to carry that he always have good Wi-Fi. Yeah.
Interesting.
Because if you rely on your data, right?
Yeah.
What if my data is my company is T-Mobile,
Right.
and T-Mobile sometimes not in this area is not good, or that area is not good, unless the theater has a really nice Wi-Fi, which I hope so. Okay, and then I will use theater's Wi-Fi to live stream. So live streaming video and then interview me, interview other filmmakers. That's my goal. Yeah. All right. Anything else?
Wonderful. No,
Thank
it's
you.
great that your movie will be screened in person in LA. It's very fitting. So yeah, so it's great. We're so happy.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much, Peter. I really appreciate you, and yeah, I'll take video and picture, and then we'll get together when I come back to New York.
Totally. All
Okay.
right. Sure.
All right, we're gonna end this session now, and I'll see you guys again very soon. Okay. All right.
Bye, guys.
Happy teaching, Peter.
Thanks, Ching.